AITA for refusing to go wedding dress shopping with my sister? Story 1. So my sister Hannah 27F and I 25F aren't close, and yet she invited me wedding dress shopping with her. She says she wants this to be the start of a better relationship between us, and she wants me by her side for this process because she trusts me. I don't want to go with her. Even with a slightly better relationship, shopping for any clothes is a very hard no for me with her. So I told her I appreciated her wanting us to be closer, but I didn't feel like I should go wedding dress shopping with her. She asked me why exactly. She told me this was her extending the olive branch and trying to fix the issues in our relationship. I told her our history, which includes recent history of as early as 3 months ago, is not good when it comes to her and me in appearance. When we were kids, I was bigger. It happened very suddenly while I was still very young, and my parents were concerned, but doctors dismissed it as bad eating habits and not doing enough exercise. I was very self-conscious, and my sister mocked me for it a lot. Our parents were furious when she'd open her mouth about it. She called me gross and even took some of my clothes to show off how humongous I was. She'd used the nickname others had given me, Hallie Hippo, and was really not kind about it. She made it even harder to be like that. Her relationship with our parents was super bad for years because of it. I was 20 when I finally got a doctor to listen to me and explore why the sudden weight gain happened. I ended up needing surgery to remove a mass, which made a huge difference to my appearance. And then I went in the opposite direction, and my thyroid made me too skinny. Around the time this happened, Hannah gained some weight. Not a lot, she's not huge by any means, but it made her crazy jealous. She would make snide comments about being super skinny and how unfair it was that I lost all that weight without doing anything. I didn't see her often because our relationship was so bad, but the times I did, she'd make me looking good sound so negative. She'd say I didn't deserve it. A couple of years ago, we were both shopping with some cousins, and it was just insane how angry she was at me. She called me the luckiest bitch in the world, and you don't even like it because I was so tiny. The concerns about being too small being bad for my health were waved off. 3 months ago, she told me I look smaller every time she sees me and how much she hates me for it. She told me I didn't deserve it. And now she wants me to go dress shopping with her. Which again is why I said no. But she hated that I brought up the past when it's in the past, and she told me this is the fresh start she's offering me. I can't see her not making a lot of nasty comments about dresses and me, especially because I know she feels self-conscious, and I can't say I care about her enough to be reassuring. She told me to stop being a dick, stop being as selfish, and to give us a chance, or else I'm an asshole. AITA? Our advice. Guys, no, you're not the asshole NTA in this situation. Your sister's history of mocking you for your appearance, even going so far as to take your clothes and make hurtful comments, has clearly left deep wounds. It's completely understandable that you wouldn't feel comfortable going dress shopping with her, especially given her recent comments about your weight loss. Your sister's attempt to frame this as a fresh start doesn't erase the pain she's caused you in the past, nor does it excuse her recent behavior. It's not selfish to prioritize your own emotional well-being and boundaries, especially when dealing with someone who has consistently belittled and mocked you. It's important to communicate to your sister that while you appreciate her efforts to mend your relationship, you're not comfortable engaging in activities that trigger past trauma or involve potential hurtful comments. Suggest alternative ways to spend time together if you're open to rebuilding your relationship, but make it clear that certain boundaries need to be respected for any progress to be made. Ultimately, your mental health and self-respect should take precedence over any pressure to reconcile with someone who has treated you poorly. First comment. NTA inviting you dress shopping isn't an olive branch. I am guessing it's one of a few possible scenarios. She doesn't have enough people in her life to make dress shopping the experience she wants, and you would simply be there as space filler. She has friends, future in-laws, that will think it is weird if you aren't there because she has lied to them about what a close relationship she has with her sister. There is a family member that is withholding financial support for the wedding because of how she treats you, and she needs to prove that you forgive her in order for her to get the money she wants. You are not obligated to have a relationship with your sister, even if she 100% had changed and sincerely apologized for how she has treated you. And this is not that, as T Swift says, you don't have to forgive and you don't have to forget. Second comment. Day. NTA, she does not get to decide how you feel about her treatment of you in the past. The fact that she would not accept you saying no and continued to say nasty things to you just proves she has not changed. Stand your ground. She is treating you the same now as in the past. Nothing changed. Why should you bow down to her demands now? Sounds like she is using you for something and is just not telling you. Stay polite and low contact. Just say no. You do not have to give a reason. No is a complete sentence. Stick to just saying no, and if she is rude, tell her this is why and walk away. Story 2. AITA for wanting to share our pregnancy news with my parents, without my wife. Me 37M, and my wife 33F learned that she is about 8 weeks pregnant. We are delighted but also terrified. It is the first time for both of us. She has asked me to not share the news with anyone until we get to about 12 weeks, when the pregnancy will be stable. So I have been keeping it, even though I really want to share the news with everyone around me. A key detail is that we are currently in long distance. She lives in the same country as her parents, while I am an expat and live alone. She will move in with me into our new house in 1 month. She decided that she would like to tell her parents about her pregnancy before she leaves her home country, so that they can share some of the joy while they are together. This way she can also do one of the ultrasounds with her mother and experience this special connection. This is all understood, and I told her I support her in how she wants to handle the pregnancy information. She did share it with her parents, and they were overjoyed. The house is in a festive mood. They cannot stop smiling and laughing, etc. I am still under an information embargo though. Note, I did ask her to let me share with a couple of select people, for my own mental sanity, since I really needed to be able to open up to a friend. She was fine with it. Now to the drama. I asked her if I could also tell my parents, to which she responded that she prefers me to wait for the 12 weeks. By that time we will have moved in together in the country where I live. I said fine, but then she asked me that we reveal the news to my parents together, she and I. I can honestly not tell why, but I would like to tell my parents myself. There are no other grandchildren in our family, and I have been living away from home like 3 continents away for the last 12 years. So in my mind, I really want to share this with my mom and dad, and also have the same joyous family moment like she did. My wife took it badly. I think she feels excluded, or that I do not want her to somehow be part of my family, which on my part is absolutely not true. I just feel like I do not want this to be a joint announcement sort of situation. I want it to be intimate between me and my parents, and right after, we could all have a joint video call or whatever. She is very upset. I reminded her that we did not announce to her parents jointly. She is saying that I did not express any desire to do so, which is true. I did not even think of it. But since she is clearly communicating her desire to me, it is different, and I should hear her. Sure, but I still want this to be my moment with my parents. When I say it out loud though, I want to announce our pregnancy to my parents without my wife. It sounds wrong. Somehow it is like I have this righteous feeling of possessiveness over a piece of news information. I am conflicted. Am I the asshole? Note, she and my parents do not share a common language and communicate via translator app. Our advice. Navigating the excitement of pregnancy brings up complex emotions. It's understandable you feel conflicted. Both your wife's wish for a joint announcement and your desire for a personal moment with your parents are valid. Communicate openly, expressing your love and excitement for the pregnancy while explaining your feelings. Explore compromises, like sharing the news individually with your parents first, followed by a joint celebration. Prioritize your relationship with your wife and approach this with understanding and compromise. First comment. Honestly, I understand where you're coming from. It's your family, and it's your one chance to have this big moment with big information. The other side, though, is your wife isn't trying to steal the show. She's wanting to be there to share in the excitement of it. I think with the added info that she doesn't splash their language, this is all the more important for her to be there. In a conversation, she may not know what is all being said, and she may feel disconnected from them at times due to this. But you know what is universal? The excitement and joyous reaction of finding out they are going to be grandparents. What an exciting thing that the two of you can share with your parents. I get it, but overall I think you will be way happier sharing this with each other. Second comment. AITA. The minute she told you it mattered to her, you should have let it go. She is pregnant. You sharing that news without her, when it matters to her, is creepy. Her sharing with her parents is different. It was her last opportunity to do so in person, and having her mother present at her medical appointment was a big deal to her. Had you been there, she probably would not have let out. You, on the other hand, want to intentionally leave her out of that announcement to your parents when you know it bothers her. If I were her, that would be enough to make me seriously rethink moving away from my family and other supports for you.